Welcome to the American Education Report. Schools in Seattle are contemplating a significant shift in school starting times. The district's Bell Time Task Force, convened for the purpose of studying the feasibility of a district-wide school start time change for the 2016-2017 school year, has released its Bell Time Analysis Task Force Recommendation Report to the superintendent. In the report, the task force recommends flipping school start times beginning September 2016 for all high schools with most elementary schools to allow high school students to start and end school later than the current schedule. Elementary schools will then start sooner than the current schedules. The modified so-called flip option recommended by the task force calls for high schools to be in session from 8:50 a.m. to 3:20 p.m. Most elementary schools would run from 8 a.m. to 2:10 p.m., while a few elementary schools would be in session from 8:50 a.m. to 3 p.m. And in this recommendation, all middle and K-8 schools would run from 9:40 a.m. to 4:10 p.m. This report is one step in a multi-layer process involving the district and the community. The superintendent will use this report, along with community feedback and analysis of operational impacts, to inform his own recommendation to be delivered to the school board. And speaking of school boards, New York City's chancellor has imposed strict new accountability guidelines for schools. The chancellor has announced an aggressive new approach to ensuring that schools adhere to academic policies. The new approach will include the first ever permanent task force to provide oversight, as well as new training, so schools will comply with rigorous policies and standards. In addition, an independent third party without ties to any of the schools will be a part of this task force, and evidence of inappropriate conduct will be brought to the Special Commissioner of Investigations. The new Regulatory Task Force on Academic Policy will report directly to the Chancellor and produce biannual citywide reports on how well the schools are implementing Department of Education guidelines. And City of San Francisco has some good news: rising graduation rates for its students. The graduation rate for San Francisco United School District has been adjusted to 83.9%, which is up from 81.7% the prior year. San Francisco's graduation rate is a marked improvement over the 2012-2013 graduation rate of 81.7%, and it's better than the state of California's graduation rate of 81%, said the school superintendent. Considering that the class of 2014 was also the first class that had to complete more rigorous graduation requirements, superintendent said, "We are particularly proud of the accomplishments of our students and staff." In May, the California Department of Education initially reported San Francisco's cohort graduation rate for the class of 2013-14 as 79.9%, which was down from the year prior after 5+ years of climbing graduation rates. But school principals and district officials questioned the data. Officials closely audited student records, and they found that some student information was missing or incorrect, resulting in the increased reported rate. The adjusted report shows every subgroup made gains, with the exception of African American students, Pacific Islander students, and students receiving special education services. That's it for now. For more, go to AmericanEdTV.com and check out our YouTube channel. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter.